All right, Melvin Farmer, Ayatollah Marv, man, I'm glad to have you guys back.
All right, cool.
Thank you for having us here, Cam, as always.
Yeah, for sure, man. You know, we worked quite a few times, man, but we really got a special occasion going on today. You guys brought something really special that I know some people have been waiting for. Some people are going to be mad at you for this. So, can you let them know what we got today?
Well, on our previous interview with you, we had a couple of questions or clauses about the paperwork that I gave before, that it came out of Vancouver, and because I couldn't reveal where it actually came from, it took us a clause in what we had to do. But now, through this little guy thinking that because his record was sealed, that we couldn't get any information on him through the due diligence of Melvin and the people we were working with. We came and we have the actual information with nothing redacted and everything in plain form of what happened in 1991 over to 1993 at the trial and the testimony that Charleston White gave against Antoine Doolittle.
Okay. And you wanted to add to that, Melvin?
Yes, and because of the statements that have been attributed to Charleston White, whereas on, say, Whack 100, when he kept screaming repeatedly and repeatedly, I killed a white man, I killed a white man before I killed a white man. A lot of these statements he have been made, they have been compiled to where a writ of habeas corpus has been filed because we can prove that arguably this gives us exculpatory information, but he has certainly provided subsequent statements that directly conflict the testimony he gave under oath. In other words, the documents you're fit to see are what he testified to under oath to get a young man a 75-year to life sentence and the other one 99-year to life, a 99-year sentence. But on the internet, he was making contrary remarks and statements pertaining to that. So that gives us the exculpatory evidence to file a pursuit. And usually when you have a murder, even though you have a preponderance of evidence to prove the murder, on appeal you can also file writs, habeas corpus and so forth to get the sentence reduced or dismissed. And so therefore we're going by there. Because at the same time, Charleston White was sworn in as a material witness, and statements that he made provided under oath was material in securing the state's conviction against Antoine Doolittle. And because tonight we're going to give you the first ever documents and transcripts to put out there so people can actually see what's going on. Because this is a legal issue, we have to read this disclaimer to what's about to occur. Because we're releasing a few of the actual transcripts for the distribution and reproduction, any use, thoughts, or opinions are not the direct express opinions of the Justice for Antoine Doolittle Coalition. As for the updates and proceedings of this writ of habeas corpus, the only ones that are officially allowed to really give a statement are Ayatollah Marvin and Melvin Farmer as spokespersons for the Antoine Doolittle Coalition. So now we have it, and let's get going.
Okay, so for the people who don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure people have heard maybe Charleston White's version of events of what happened, but according to this paperwork, you know, I think we're gonna go over a lot of everything that of what was actually said in the paperwork. But can we just get like a brief description of what all he was accused of and everything?
Well, it's September 18th, 1991. Three individuals walked into the mall in Dallas, Texas, and went to retrieve or steal some jackets They were chased out of the mall by one of the store's employees. They ran out to their car, and one of the other individuals was in the car and let them in the car. Once they jumped into the car, the store employee stood in front of the car and demanded that they return the jackets. A man came up by the name of Michael Levy and assisted the store employee and told them to receive the jackets. These four people were Charleston White, Dwayne Jackson, and Antoine Jackson, and Antoine Doolittle. 14, two 15-year-olds, and a 16-year-old. They were in the car, and as they were trying to leave in the car, Michael Levy, he started hitting the window with an object. They don't say exactly what the object was. He attempted to break the window, and while they had to, so Antoine Doolittle handed the coats to Charleston White, and Charleston White proceeded to throw the coats out on the ground and told them to let them go. So Michael Levy reached into the car and took the key out of the ignition. When he took the key out of the ignition, they told him, man, give us the key, we want to leave. He told them, no, you just stay here until the police come. They attempted to get out of the car. Charleston White claims that he didn't get out of the car immediately. He was in the back seat. And Antoine Doolittle, since the gun was in the back seat, rolled up in his jacket, Antoine Doolittle told Melvin Farmer to give me the
You mean Charleston White?
Charleston White. He told Charleston White to give me the gun. Charleston White gave him the gun, where he shot Michael Levy, and told Dwayne Jackson to get the keys, and they drove away. In the proceedings of that, Ursula Wilson went to junior high school. She knew the boys, and she testified to who they were. Detective Lamar and Detective Wilson went to the residence of the Wilsons, Miss Ella Wilson and Miss Ursula Wilson, little Ursula Wilson, and they took Wilson came over and got a yearbook from the junior high school, and their claim is that she identified the boys that were involved in the mall. So once they involved the boys in the mall, they got in contact with the juvenile detective, Mr. Parker. Mr. Parker dealt with juveniles, so they went to Charleston White's residence, where he lived in apartments with his mother. They couldn't locate him, and they found out that they had been arrested in a prior apartment. When Mr. Parker got over with Detective Lanier, his claim is that he walked over to Charleston White, and Charleston White told him where to go, and he went back to this said apartment and talked to the person in the apartment, and she led him to the patio where Charleston White told him that the gun was that he had threw on the roof.
Okay. Do we have that?
Yes.
Okay. Can we read it?
That's sworn testimony.
Okay, that's in the testimony?
Yes, it is. This is 900 pages of testimony in 1993, 2 years after the incident.
What all paperwork do you have? You have, I believe, 500 pages?
I have 87 pages of Charleston White's testimony.
So what we're going to get into next is we're going to actually go over some of the paperwork and kind of read through some of the transcripts, maybe some of the testimony, some of the police of what they said, and, you know what I'm saying, of them confronting Charleston White about all this and everything. And so, yeah, we'll just get right into it, man.